Howdy folks, welcome to episode 102. We are going to bring coal to, we need the stamp mill and the gold smelter, and they both need more than we have. So I think we're just going to go to the first one. We'll go to the first one, and let me do this. Check my fuel here. Yeah, I kind of figured. Alright, let's get this. We're going to let this coast while we're doing this, because I don't want it to, yeah, I don't want it to run away on me. Let's go like this. Alright, and then we're going to do this. We'll still make some progress while we're loading up the fuel, but I don't want it to like just totally run away, because it'll do that. All right, and we'll jump in here. Okay, now we can bring back our, turn that down a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna bring the coal that we have over to the nearest, I believe that's the stamp. No, it's a smelter. We're going to bring it to the smelter, and it'll almost be full, and then we'll need like another couple hundred. And then we'll have to figure out whether we want to bring extra with us when we come back again, when we go back to the coal mine, because we're going to have to go back to the coal mine. So I want to decide whether we want to bring extra with us that we can put into another coal tower somewhere. I think we'll probably just bring as much as we need, because I don't want these to be filled with stuff that we don't need, because then we end up trying to figure out where to put that stuff. Alright, we're going to kind of slow down a little bit here. Actually, this part of the corner isn't that bad, so we can actually go. Alright, cool. Probably bring our regulator down a little bit. So we need to make sure that we are on track. We want to go this way, and I believe that's on this side, so we want to go on, whoops, that. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go past that, and we're going to go back this way to get to the coal mine. So, whoops, that'll be that switch. Alright, I think we're good. Yep, whoops. So I think we're going to slow down for this corner here, because it is a bit sharp, just a little bit. It's not just that it's sharp, it's that that segment of track is pretty short. Yeah, see what I mean? See how these are bouncing back and forth. You go over that too fast, one of them is going to surpass whatever threshold it has for how, you know, how far off the track it can be between frames. Between that and this low frame rate, you know. All right. So we're going to go this way, and then we're going to go that way. Because that's, is that where the coal is? Wait a minute. Let me check. Let me check and make sure. Is that the coal or the gold? See, that's the gold ore. Okay. So the coal does go on. Yeah, see, it's right here. Okay, good. That's where we want to go. All right, so we're going to go up this one. All right, let's do it. There, that's the car we want. I guess we're coming into town. We can ring the bell. Really? The bell isn't audible from 2 cars away? Why even use it then, if you can only hear it from 10 feet away? Nobody here is going to hear it, right? Seriously. Princess Vespa over there. Scrape, 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 scrape. I'm going to just scrape the side of it instead of the actual litter. Alright, anyway. We're going to start slowing down here. Let's get this unloading. So we need to bring this up to 100. Where's that? 150. Well, it won't keep 150, so how are we going to... That doesn't make any sense. Refined gold. It's weird that the refined gold is on the output. Alright. So we'll fill this up. We might just have to go get the other cars to do that. And leave 100 worth here. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't know what that little puff of smoke was. 8, 7, 6. Alright, that looks like it's going to go. There we go. I just have to not load more than 100 here. But yeah, I'm thinking we need to leave 100 on the things over there. If that's the case, why was I doing... Why was I doing 150 there? I don't know. I did the math at the time, so... I'm sure it's because of these inputs. Refined gold, 100. And then there's water. And because I think it's 5 each. I think it's just a straight up 5 each. We'll see in a second here. We'll jump out and look at the we'll look at the whatchamacallits. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's gonna make it. Alright. So we just need to drop off 7 more out of this one. How many are in this one? 5. Let's drop 2 out of this and 5 out of that. See if we can do that. If we can accomplish that. And then we want, I probably should have started this one from the back, but it's okay. Alright. And then this one here. And then we'll take a look at the, how that works. What's that called? The help. The Trainopedia. Alright. So let's look at, whoops, not G, H. Facilities, no, industries. Gold. That's the one. Okay. See, the water has a limit of 200, but it uses 5 each. So we just, yeah, we can leave it at 100 and then just do oh, the gold ore too. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll bring back another 100. We need 100 for that. And then we need 150. We need to store 100 there and 100, so we need 250 more. All right, so let's jump on here again. And let's go like this. We're gonna back up here. Do I need to? Let me see, how many cars do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 is 260. Yeah, so we have just enough cars that we can go offload this at the gold smelter. We can offload these at the gold smelter, and then we can go back and get our other load of coal. So we just need to get past the switch here. And then we can go do that. Let's see here. Almost there. All right, so we flip that switch. Aw, man. We did that. Now it's we. All right. We can wee whale. All right. He's gonna... And we're gonna take this brake off. Okay, let's try that again. There. Whoops. There. All right, let's do this. We're gonna back up. That'll do it. All right, let's hit the brakes. Let's let it come to a complete stop first. Okay, now we can go. All right. We did flip the switch, right? I don't have to back up again. Not that I've ever done that before. Okay, and then we're gonna go to here. All the way across to here. And then we're gonna come in this way. We're gonna come in this way and then back in. All right, so we're good. Yeah, it leaves the random puff of smoke that was off camera, so it didn't physics. And it just stayed there. I like that. It just pauses in time. It's a quantum puff of smoke. Schrodinger's smoke. Schrodinger's puff. There we go. Looks like 40% is, yeah, 35-40% is going to top us out. Okay. Should figure out which of these is faster and do two of the faster one. Because I think one of them gets up to like 28, doesn't it? I think we have one of them that goes 28. Double checking, we're double checking. Okay. Yep, good. We'll come through this. I like you can hear the chugging but not the whistle. What is up with that? That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Alright. Yeah, we'll get through this and then we'll head back up to the front of the train here. Okay, so we're gonna go around the circle and then I think it's on this side, if I remember correctly. I think the coal's on this side here, not on this side. I don't remember what all the inputs were. Alright. So we're gonna let this slow down a little here. Because it's because of that, and then this stuff coming up here is a little janky. There's a little bit of jank. There. I just want to hear the engine. I'm not trying to drive power out of it. I just want to hear it moving. There we go. Because of that, that's a little bit of not good. Not goodness. Okay. And then we'll double check. I know the gold output is on this side. Yeah, that's actually both of the golds. Yep. Okay, good. Keep this thing moving. We don't want it to completely freeze up and pause. And then we're going to need to get the last car past that thing. So we're going to come back here. And we'll watch and see which one... See which one gets past. See when it gets past. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, that was interesting. You hit my thingy. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's who was making all the scratching noises for you. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then we're going to flip that switch, because we're going to go over to here. Yep. Alright. That curve is smooth enough. We should be able to give it the juice. And then we should be able to get, I think we'll be able to get back to the, whatchamacallit, the other, the coal mine with our cars, and we won't have time to film up, but I think we can get back there. Back in time like Huey Lewis in the news. Can we get back in time? Yeah, we got 42 of them, so I mean, there's a start. There's the coal input. Where's the gold input? I guess the gold input must be on the other side too. What are you guys doing back there? It's like the noisiest thingy. They're having a blast. They're playing kitten games. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. This one's almost there. See, that has a capacity of 150. I think I still would have ended up... No, I wouldn't have ended up... Yeah, I'd still have to come back here because I wouldn't have had enough to fill this up at 150. So I'd still have to come back up here to fill it up. So either way, I would have had to go to both places. So I just would have had to go to the other one. 5. Okay, so we have 42 there. So we need 108 there. And then we're going to come this way, and then we're going to go up, I think that way? No, we're going to come up the second one. There. We're going to come up the second one and go to the coal mine. Should we do that, or should we come back across this way? Let's do this. We haven't been across this for a while. So we're just going to come across this way. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Come up all the way across this. Whoops. It's pretty much the way we came through, isn't it? I suppose. So these switches will all be set for us. That one, and then we're going to go this way. Because we want to come through here. Yep, that's correct. And then we're going to come across on that track. Cool. Yep, and we'll come across there. Okay. That's perfect. Alright, we still have all of our cars? Yep, we still have all the cars. Alright. It almost looked like there was a car back there, but that was just the switch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 cars. Yep, we're still good. Okay. That's a little scary. But we should be able to speed up a little bit here. I don't know why we're topped out at 22 and we were topped out at like higher than that before. There we go. There must have been the slightest of uphill. There we go, we got 25. Cool. I have a guest again. She's helping. Are you helping? Are you my helper? Alright. So we got all the switches set, we just need to get there. Why is my boiler at 0? Oh, that's why we're going so slow. One of them's out of water. We used up all of our water. Okay. Well, why don't we set up a water thingy over here somewhere? We do need one. And we probably need to slow down here anyway. Because this corner is a little bit fast. There we go. Okay, so where can we put a water? Maybe right here? I think that's where we're going to put the water. We're going to put the water up here. So we'll figure out where we want the train to end up. the engine. Let's get these cars past the hard part of the curve here. And of course it's going to be night. I have to try to put up a water thing in the night. There's nothing good to do during the night, you know. That's why I make it so short. If you could set up lighting along the tracks and stuff like that, it would be cool to have a day-night cycle. But the way it is, it's just kind of annoying. I mean, it's neat to have the sunrise and sunset and have the shadows change angles during the day and stuff like that. But the actual night itself is too dark and kind of annoying. All right. So, yeah, we're just going to break here. And let's see if we can get... that, and I'm at like 2 frames a second here. Let's go like this. Water tower. What is that one? Small water tower, beige, gray. Let's try the brown one here. See what we can get here. Is it rotating? Can we rotate it? Why isn't it rotating? 4 and 6. Why is it? It doesn't want to. It doesn't want to rotate. Is my numlock? That's why. Why is it at 90-degree increments? All right, let's try this again. Facilities, water tower. We're going to try the gray one. It's not at 90-degree increments. So is that the side? Yeah, that's the side. That's the front. Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to try that. We're going to bring this out. See how that looks. That looks about right. It moves so fast. Okay, let's see if we can get... Which one is out of water? That one. That one's out of water. How's this one doing on water? They're both out of water. It shows water in there, but it says it's at 0. Okay, well, the engine is... There's water in the engine, and then there's water in the... whatchamacallit? In the tender. The tender is where we need to put the water. But this one, the tender's out of water. There's still water in the engine, but there's not much. I forget what the water capacity is of the engine, but it's not that much. See, it's showing that it's less than full. What did it just do? Wow, that was a big lag spike. Apparently it doesn't like snow. That is some serious lag. I think I'm going to need to turn it... Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. I don't know if maybe it just had to compile shaders or what. That was really kind of bad. All right. Let's see what we've got here. One more. A little bit. Okay. So let's jump out here. Where is the... There it is. Alright, cool. So that should drop water in there. And I'm gonna have to, it's gonna do 95 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 95 by 5. So 500 seconds. It's gonna take like it's gonna take like 12 minutes just to fill these up. So that's gonna be it for episode 102, because we are not gonna sit here for 12 minutes watching this. We'll do it offline. And that's going to be it for episode 102. Join me in episode 103. We'll get our coal going again, and we'll see you then. Later.